So here I am in touring mode, and I have my telescoping ski poles, and these are great because they can be packed very small. Throw them in your backpack for the snowboard ride down. When it's time to tour, you simply open them up, put them to the length that you need them to be, depending on how tall you are, and then now you're ready to tour up. And you would do this as you normally would in, I guess, a telemarker. For those of us who's never skied, myself included, in the beginning this is a little strange, but you can figure it out within the first 2 to 3 minutes. And so you simply, what you want to do is simply push with your toes the first half of the board forward, then the second, and you have this locomoting motion type thing going on, and off you go, up the mountain. Now, of course, because of the width of these skis, or 2.5 of the snowboard, they're going to resist going down into the snow, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you, again, to travel up the mountain in deep snow, which is where every snowboard wants to be, in deep snow, unless of course you're in the park and then you want no part of deep snow. So this is the basic principle behind Splitboard. Now, you notice there's another mechanism here. This is called a riser. So the idea behind the riser is, as you are moving uphill and the mountain is becoming steeper, the aspect you're on is becoming steeper, you are going to be more, your body's going to be situated more on an angle looking up. So that's going to put a lot of strain on the front of your legs, and unnecessary strain, because now we have a riser which can be basically lifted on the fly with your pole and a little bit of practice. And now your foot can't go all the way down to the top of the board, which means as you're going uphill, it stops here and you can rest. Now you're in a more natural position. Your knee isn't stiffened up, and your weight, and you're not fighting your own weight going down, sliding back down the mountain. Now you simply stop, and it's, right now I'm forward, but if I was on a steep incline, I would be straight up, as I would normally do as I am now on the flat ground. So that's what the risers or lifters do, and that's what they're for. The one other aspect of touring is using your skins. Now, every Splitboard setup should come with skins, or I mean, if it doesn't come with the skins, you should get the skins. We carry them along with the volley interface, and skins are very important because without them, as soon as you started going up an incline, you would obviously slide backwards, because this is what a snowboard is meant to do, slide on snow. So you have to stop that from happening, or else you're not going to get anywhere if you're once you start going uphill. And this is where the skins come in. Now, the skins are basically a hair-like material, usually made of nylon, and they are all going in the same direction. So this way, nice and smooth. This way, not so smooth. In fact, all the hairs, as you can see, are starting to stand up. On the snow, what happens is, as you're going, as you're starting to resist, as you're going uphill, gravity's trying to pull you down, these hairs lock into the snow and stop you on the incline. So you can actually go halfway up an incline, an aspect that's anywhere up to 30 degrees of incline, and stop there, and you don't have to worry about sliding back down because these are holding you in place on the snow. On the other side of these is a very wear resistant glue. This glue, and it's best, as I have them now, when you're not using them, to put glue on glue so that they don't dry out. This glue will stick to your board, to the base of your board, the PTEX, but it won't come off onto the board. In other words, when we put this, latch it onto the hook to the top of the board, there's a hook here that goes over it, and as we pull this down, we pull this down, and I have this on the wrong one, of course, so we'll take it off. I'm put on the right one. You notice if you're putting on the one with the latch on, you have to move the latch up to get it over the top. And now simply line up the edges of the skin to the edge of the board, the inside edge. And then smooth it out with your hand. And there you have it. You have your skin, and now you can basically travel wherever you want, barring rocks, cliffs, and other obstacles which are obviously insurmountable with the touring ski. The glue will adhere to this. There are accessories that you can buy that will keep the end of your skin attached to your board. Sometimes it might want to lift, and snow gets underneath there and it starts to flap around. There are accessories you can buy where you can strap this onto the end of the tip and it's not going to go anywhere. These skins need to be cut. They come in one size, so what you would do is each one, usually here, they become much more wider, and so you would line it up on the inside edge as I have it, and then simply mark off where the edge of your board is, and then cut them to width, to whatever size that half of the board actually is. And that's basically it. If you have these few tools, your split board, your binders, your interface, and your skins, then you're good to go. And your poles, you can go off anywhere in the backcountry and find incredible amounts of beautiful lines, terrain, powder, all if you're willing, simply willing to do some touring and get to the top of your line. And this is what's going to get you there most efficiently with the least amount of effort. And that is the idea behind splitboarding, and it is fun.